A 10-year-old boy arrived at the factory floor before sunrise. He would not leave until after dark. This was not unusual. This was Tuesday. In 1880s America, there were no weekends, no lunch breaks written into law. 16-hour shifts were standard. Children worked alongside adults. Fingers were lost in machines. People collapsed on floors and were replaced the same afternoon. Then, workers started organizing, and they had one demand: 8 hours of work, 8 hours of rest, 8 hours for whatever you will. Factory owners called it the destruction of American commerce. On May 1st, 1886, 340,000 workers across America walked off their jobs. The largest labor strike the country had ever seen. Chicago was the center of it. 3 days later in Haymarket Square, a peaceful rally was winding down. Rain was falling. The crowd was thinning. Then, police moved in to disperse what remained. Someone threw a bomb into the police line. Gunfire erupted on both sides. When it was over, at least 11 people were dead. Nobody ever identified who threw the bomb. It didn't matter. 8 labor organizers were arrested. 4 were hanged. 1 killed himself in his cell the night before his execution. The remaining 3 were pardoned years later, when the governor admitted the trial had been a fraud. The men who threw no bomb, fired no shot, executed for the idea they believed in. The 8-hour workday was not won that year. It took 5 more decades of strikes and deaths before it became federal law in 1938. Every Friday evening when you leave work, somewhere behind that moment is Haymarket Square, and 8 men who were hanged or broken or silenced for suggesting your time had value.